a morning monster, a messy hair day, a late to work day, and what a better way to welcome you to Road to Ripped, episode 1 of 2025. Let's go. So if this is your first Road to Ripped series, I'm going to get absolutely shredded for summertime, and I'm going to just bring you along through the entire process, showing you day by day exactly what I'm doing, how I'm eating, how I'm going through my day, how I'm training, how I'm doing cardio, how I'm structuring my day completely. And that way you can kind of model that to help you throughout your summer cut. And that way we get shredded together for summer of 2025. So that's the basic gist of it. I'm going to explain a little bit more throughout the video, throughout today. But for right now, I'm going to head to work. I'm going to be pretty damn late, but I can't think of a better way to start out this video and this series. So go ahead, press the thumbs up button now. Welcome to Road to Ripped. Let's get to work. All right, people, it is noon, and I've had a pretty productive morning, which is good because it was much needed. It is a Monday, but I'm gonna go ahead and have my first meal, which isn't really a meal, but it is a good snack, and that is an entire packet of, this is actually turkey jerky from Trader Joe's. Their beef jerky has to be some of the best around, I think. So like, even though for whatever reason it's turkey jerky, which is normally pretty dry, theirs is still like nice, moist, easy to chew, which is important when you're eating an entire pack of jerky. And the flavor is great too. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this into my FitnessPal, which by the way, I'm gonna be using my FitnessPal throughout the entire Road to Rip series. That's what I always use. And I've got this question a couple times, is like, you lose the barcode scanner if you don't pay for premium. I don't pay for premium. I changed my location to Canada, and for some reason it just worked. So that being said, that's what I use, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this in. This entire bag comes out to 360 calories with 36 grams of protein. So not too bad to start out the day. I normally don't eat a ton in the mornings because I just feel like more productive. Like, I feel like eating kind of slows me down, especially if I eat a lot of carbs. But speaking of eating, let me briefly touch on like the calories and macros, kind of where we're gonna start and where we're gonna go throughout the series. So right now I'm trying to aim around 25 to 2,800 calories a day. I feel like that's a very easy average to try and hit, and it's a good starting point for my cut. I feel like with that amount of calories and my exercise and cardio, which we'll talk about later on, should be a really good area to at least start the cut. And of course, I can work it down from there. So with that 25 to 2,800 calories, I kind of let my body still do a little bit of intuitive eating when it comes to macros. So I'm gonna be tracking protein, right? I wanna get over 200 grams of protein a day. It's a little less than 1 gram per pound of body weight right now, but I think it's a good place to start. And as the weight gets lower, the protein's gonna stay the same, so it should level out. But my fats and carbs, I kind of just let land wherever they're gonna land for the day. I feel like if I get really low on fats one day, the next day my body's probably gonna crave a little more fats and make up for it. So as far as calories and macros go, that's where we're at. As far as my first meal or my breakfast goes, this is where we're at. And it's shaping up to be a pretty nice day so far for the first day of Road to Rip 25. Welcome to the little midday cardio that I have been doing a little bit of currently. So with any cut, of course, there's gonna be some cardio involved. Right now, it's pretty minimum. I'm gonna walk on the treadmill. I'm changing right now. I'm gonna walk on the treadmill for probably 20 minutes, maybe 30. Just get some steps in throughout the day. And this I do maybe 3 times a week, just while I'm at work. Sometimes I have things to do during lunch, so I can't do it. 3 times a week is good for that. Cardio right now after workout is 15 minutes on the Stairmaster, sometimes 10. I'm not going super hard on cardio right now because I'm gonna be able to ramp that up later on as like the weight loss kind of plateaus or stops at decline. So that's the cardio regimen for this cut at this point. And like I said, it's day 1, so definitely scheduled to change in the coming weeks. All right, not too bad. 30 minutes, about 1.6 miles. And like I said, just a nice little breakup of the day. Is it really cardio? I guess, but it's more for mental than diet, in my opinion. All right, people, lunch is served at about 3:15 in the afternoon. Not too bad. I did have a snack I'll talk about in just a minute, but for lunch today, it is none other than a Clean Eats meal. So I've talked about Clean Eats a couple times before. We have one locally here in Jacksonville, and for a like price per macros perspective, and ease of just keeping them in a freezer at work, it makes it really, really hard to beat. The meals range from like $7 to $9. This one I think is on the more expensive side, like $9. But for a frozen pre-made meal, that is pretty freaking good. Literally all I have to do is take them out of my freezer. You put them in the microwave. I microwave mine for like, I don't know, 2 minutes or so. Sometimes they have some water in them, so I like microwave them, get some of the water out, re-microwave them. So in just a few minutes, you have a really easy meal and you know exactly what the macros are, even though you can find them in MyFitnessPal anyways, which is exactly what I did. This one specifically is like a combination of chicken and potatoes, and there's some peppers in there as well. And I've had it before, it's pretty tasty. So this is lunch for today, and this is probably gonna be my lunches for most of Road to Ripped. I mean, they're gonna have something like this, quick and simple, or I'm gonna bring like something that I meal prepped from the night before or something like that. And that's gonna be my most of the time lunches. And this is typically when I have my lunches around that 3 p.m. I feel like it's a good mark for me and kind of is like towards the end of my day and helps me get a workout in when I get home, stuff like that. So I'll talk about calories and macros in a second, but I did actually have a little snack after I got done on the treadmill, and that was a pack of these Belvita like little soft bake cookie bites, or I guess like muffin bites. They're really good. I think that was my last one, so I need to go buy some more at Costco. But it's just like a quick snack. It was 120 calories, just like a nice little tide me over until my lunch period. And then for lunch, like I said, having this clean eats meal, and it's about 319 calories. And the total for the day, right under 800, which is actually a little low for me typically right now. But we do have 81 grams of protein, so we're sitting really, really good for this time of the day. So eating at my desk at work, can't think of a better way to spend lunch. All right, people, that is it's a full day of work done. Woohoo, we made it. It is now like 5:30. This little girl is so excited to go outside. You wanna go outside, go potty? You wanna go potty? Go girl, go. And sometimes I have a snack like at work before I leave. I didn't really get a chance to. I wasn't really hungry, but I feel like my calories are a little low for where I want them to be this time of the day. So I am gonna have a snack. Got a bunch of random stuff in here. Let's have one of these. These are insanely delicious. They are high calorie, but for right now, I need the calories, so let's have one. So this is a Billion bar from Prozis. It's probably one of the best protein bars I've ever had. So this one's white chocolate. It's got like really good peanuts in there, some nougat, some caramel. It pretty much tastes like a white chocolate Snickers. Now, like I said, it is really high calorie. I think the protein bar is 110 calories with like 18 grams of protein. But for today, it's exactly what I need. Bring our total up to like 1,100 for the day, but right under 100 grams of protein. This is gonna serve for a really, really nice pre-workout snack. All right, quick outfit change, full TLF fit, by the way, as well as the quarter zip that I was wearing earlier today. Both, actually all three, really, really good options, kind of newer stuff from TLF, but really, really like their quarter zip and their new jogger that just launched. So check it out in the link down below for all the TLF stuff. Now let's hop into some pre-workout. I'm gonna do a combo of two different pre-workouts. It's the Prozis Big Shot, which is actually stem-free, and then their Power, which I'm assuming means power, but that has stem and creatine in it, so that's really nice. And I'm gonna sip on this while I do about maybe 10 minutes on the Stairmaster, just like real like light as a warm-up before we get to work out in the garage gym. If you haven't been following the channel, if this is just kind of new to you, this is my one and only gym. I have everything I could need right here. And I've been working out here for almost exactly a year, I think is when I canceled my gym membership. So a little bit of Stairmaster to start the day. All right, 10 minutes Stairmaster done. We got Greg here, and I think we're gonna work out chest today. I think it's a good way to start Road to Ripped with a Monday as well, International Chest Day. All right, I think to start things off, well, one, I'm gonna do like a few minutes of just stretching up, getting the shoulders nice and warmed up, and then we're gonna work into incline Smith machine bench press. Really, really good exercise for like the upper chest. And since my upper chest is a little underdeveloped, I've heard in the comments, I guess we'll start with that so I get the most benefit from it. Probably gonna work up to relatively heavy sets, 3, maybe 4 sets of like 8 to 10, maybe even go a little heavier and go like 5 to 8. See how we're feeling for the first day, and that should be a good start for our chest day today. All right, that was a pretty good start. Up next, we're gonna work into dumbbell bench press, just straight flat bench. And I feel like coming onto this from the incline puts a lot of like pre-stress on the chest, which is really, really nice. So the stabilizer muscles are gonna work well here, and the weight's not gonna be too heavy, trying to keep reps around that 8-10 range as well. So this should be a really good 3 sets of flat bench for dumbbells here. All right, chest feeling very plump. We're gonna finish it off with one more exercise, and that is going to be a seated pec fly. Something about seated, like having that brace on your back, makes the squeeze of the chest so much easier to obtain. So that is the goal. We're gonna do 3, maybe 4 sets, but probably 3 of like kind of high reps, so like 12 to 15 reps, burn out, like go all out to failure. And that should be a really, really good, full, and juicy chest pump for today. All right, chest done. We're gonna wrap up with a little bit of triceps. This is about as standard as it gets. We're gonna do a tricep push down. It's on like a flat bar, I guess is what the attachment is. But I really do like it on this flat bar. I feel like it's like the perfect width, at least, to get like a really good stretch and squeeze on the tricep, especially at the end of the movement, if you like take a quick pause and like squeeze it there. So we'll do probably like 3 sets here, and that'll be good for triceps. All right, people, and that'll wrap up the workout. Now let's get on to a road to rip staple, the physique update, and I'll explain like what the goals are with the weight and the physique and everything like that, while we go over how we're currently sitting on day 1 of road to ripped. So, all right, people, so this is the physique. This is where we're currently at. This is day 1 technically. So last weekend, so what, 8 days from now, I was on a trip, like a guy's trip for St. Patty's Day in New York for like, I think 4 nights or something like that, 3 nights, 4 days. And when I got home, I wanted to weigh myself to kind of see like, you know, the damage and like where I was really starting road to ripped. Because I've been tracking the whole previous week to try and get like a really good base of like where I should start at, right? Well, that said, when I got back from my trip, I weighed myself and I weighed in at 222.7 pounds. Now that's a lot, but that is honestly where I typically tend to start road to ripped. I think it's around where I started last road to ripped. And so throughout the week, I just kind of tracked my macros, and I'm sure I had like a lot of like water weight from the drinking and everything like that. I stayed, you know, around, you know, some days I was at 3,200, some days I was at 2,500 or 2,800. But when I weighed myself now yesterday morning, that was Sunday morning, I did drink Saturday, so like I was probably a little dehydrated, but I weighed in at 214.2. I forgot to weigh myself this morning, but I'll weigh myself tomorrow morning and put it in this video, so whatever that is going to be the starting weight for road to rip. And I have a feeling it's probably gonna be like 216, 217, something like that. So I think we're actually at a really, really good starting point, and the goal is, I don't know. The goal is probably going to be around 200 to 205. I feel like at that level, I visibly look very shredded. Like I have like vascularity, like muscles popping, all that good stuff. But I'm not like weak, or it's not like unsustainable or anything like that. The goal for me is to be able to enjoy summer while looking great and feeling great. So I don't want to like go so deep into like a bodybuilding cut type deal where I'm like hurting my health rather than just getting healthy and like more shredded. That's the goal. And when we talk about the workout routine that we're gonna be following, and it's staying very, very simple. It's what I've been doing for probably 10 years now. It's push, pull legs. I throw in like a weaknesses day in there. So we'll do like chest heavy, working a little bit of triceps, back heavy, working a little bit of biceps, legs twice a week. One mostly focused on quads, other one mostly focused on hamstrings. And then throw in a weaknesses day, whether it like be more work on my shoulders and traps, or, you know, do an arm day on the weekend before the beach or something along those lines. That's what I've been doing for a very long time. I still thoroughly enjoy training that way. And for me, I've been seeing results from it as well. And I want to touch on this too. This Road to Rip series, I'm going to be focusing more on volume than, let's say, like high quality content. I want to produce as much good content as I can for you, and I want to produce it pretty frequently so that it helps you follow along pretty frequently. So I'm gonna try and do at least 2 videos a week. If I can manage it, that's gonna be my goal. I feel like that way you'll get a really, really good idea and follow along. Now, that being said, the thumbnails are not gonna be great. They're probably gonna be screenshots from the videos. The titles are not gonna be great. They're probably gonna be like road to rip day, whatever, back and chest, or full day of eating, or whatever. I'm not gonna focus a lot on like trying to be real catchy with those things. I feel like if you're buying into the process, then you're gonna show up for the videos no matter what the titles are, and hopefully you guys do that. You know, and if the videos start to tank and they do terrible, then maybe I'll switch it up. That's what I'm going for starting now. So I hope you guys do enjoy it. If you're not subscribed yet to the channel, please get subscribed. It will help me out, kind of realizing where we are with subscribers and who's gonna be following along. And also it'll make it easier for you to see the videos when the thumbnails aren't very good and the titles aren't super catchy. That being said, I do need to have some protein, but I think I'm gonna do my cardio first. We had a really, really good workout and a kind of long workout as well. So I'll probably only do like 10 to 12 minutes of Stairmaster, but just starting out with something is gonna go a really, really long way when we get later on into the cut, and I can just add on just a few more minutes as the weeks go by when needed. All right, people, that is a workout complete. Just finished up with like 12 minutes on the Stairmaster. Total workout time, 1.5 hours. That's actually pretty short for me recently. And 877 active calories. Alexa, turn off gym. And I get this question a lot too. Let me go ahead and answer it. Do I track my calories burned on my workouts against my calories eaten throughout the day? No, I keep them completely separate. I don't really factor that in. Speaking of eating, I would normally have protein right now, but I think I'm gonna save that for later and have it like as a dessert. I have a little idea for that. So right now, a little bit of shower and then some food. All right, shower done. Now I've been thinking about this for a little while. I was gonna do like a one pan meal prep style recipe for dinner tonight, but this is what I had for dinner last night. And it's taking everything inside of me not to eat it right now. It's all I've been thinking about all day. So I'm gonna show you what I made and then we're gonna have it again because it was so freaking good. It's also 100% from Trader Joe's. So I went to Trader Joe's in my last video and grabbed a lot of this, actually all of this stuff. So if you haven't watched that video, do that. But here's what we made last night. So on the Blackstone, I cooked the shawarma chicken thighs, the carne asada beef, and fire roasted peppers and onions. I'm actually gonna make this because I did eat all the rice last night, but these are the jasmine rice packets from Trader Joe's, and I topped it with some creamy tzatziki and some spicy guac. So no like recipe for dinner tonight, but 100% make this because it's super simple. This just goes in the microwave. Everything else went on the Blackstone, cooked up, and then I just put it in a bowl. Simple as that. So I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the process for dinner tonight. All right, I am so excited to dive in. Now granted, it doesn't look as good as the picture yesterday, but it is the exact same thing. The smell radiating from this is absolutely insane, and I cannot wait to dive in. Something about the Trader Joe's seasoned meats, unbeatable when it comes to flavor. And their jasmine rice, can't find anything like it anywhere else. Kind of has one option from Whole Foods, but not as good. Now I'm just gonna mix everything together. Definitely doesn't look as nice and aesthetic, but I love the flavors combined of everything in here. Now I'm gonna try and get some steak, some chicken, some peppers, some rice, and of course, some sauce. Like I said, no longer looks aesthetically pleasing, but that, ladies and gentlemen, is absolutely fantastic tasting. I mean, like, unbelievably good. Also, I grabbed some, like, corn chips or salt, what are they called? Tortilla chips. Probably dip a little bit in this to have it with the meal as well. But speaking of this very large bowl, very filling bowl, and like carne asada meat is not the leanest. Chicken thighs, definitely not the leanest. This meal, all said and done with the chips and the guac and everything else, 1,060 calories. That is a big boy meal, and that's why it's perfect to have like after the workout. I'm gonna be able to absorb all the nutrients in here really, really well. and I'm like, my body is really craving it now. Calories and macros, the fats definitely picked up. They were a little low today. Carbs are looking good. Protein at 154 grams, not worried about it. Like I said, I'm gonna have my protein, like powder protein for dessert tonight. So I am sitting very, very pretty. So pumped about this dinner. I should have made it in the video instead of making it last night, but just could not help myself. So definitely, if you have a Trader Joe's near you, go get these stuff. So definitely, if you have a Trader Joe's near you, go grab this stuff, cook it up, put it in a bowl, and enjoy, people. All right, I cleaned everything up. I've been chilling for a little bit, and now I'm gonna have my dessert. I'll be honest, if I wasn't filming, I probably wouldn't have a dessert. I'm really, really full, but I am low on protein, so gotta do it. And here's what we're gonna do. All right, so I have a bowl, and this protein, this is from Prozis as well, but this protein has like little protein crispies in it. It's supposed to be like cookie dough type of flavor protein. So I'm gonna do about 2 scoops of protein. And now this bowl is a little small, but I'm gonna get some Dannon Oikos 000, an absolute go-to on cuts. And I'm gonna scoop some in. And I'm gonna give this a quick stir. And definitely recommend a bigger size bowl. But after stirring it up, here is the consistency. It's like a mousse almost, which is perfect. And here we have it. Now, like I said, it has those little protein crispies in it. And why that is important is because you don't really need like granola or anything in there because you have that like extra consistency. And it does add a good like chocolatey, like cookies and cream flavor to just a plain vanilla yogurt as well. And for a high protein late night snack, doesn't really get any better than this. And surprisingly enough, I just put it in my MyFitnessPal. That worked out really, really well. This is about 330 calories. Put our total for the day at 2,500. That's awesome. And protein, 220 grams of protein. Look at how balanced the fats and carbs are as well. That is an ideal full day of eating. It's also an ideal way to start Road to Ripped. And like I said, I'm gonna be trying to post more frequently. The videos may be a little repetitive, but that's what cutting is. Being on a routine and a cutting routine is repetitive, but that also means you're seeing the real life day to day. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I am going to enjoy the rest of my little protein dessert tonight, and I will see you guys very shortly in the next one. Peace.
This the anthem. If you rockin' with it, put your hands up.